What's good with the YouTube? You already know. Big Flacco with a convict's perspective, and I'm smashing, dashing, sliding on through with a little bit of energy. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support this channel, and hit that bell notification for future fire content. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail, right? Jay Williams from Let's Live Life, a very popular prison genre channel, is currently locked up. Now, I don't know the details. I don't know the charges. All I know is that there are serious charges. And the reason why I'm doing this video is I went through a similar situation just a few months ago. And I think as YouTube content creators, we have a little bit of responsibility towards our fellow podcasts, whether we get along, whether we have a working relationship or we don't. I don't know Jay Williams personally. I've never talked to him. I've never even judged him or any of that. I actually do like his content and what he used to bring to the table. Something different, and he always spoke his mind. And he was one of those dudes that was willing to help out, a lot of individuals. When I seen him jump on and do podcasts and lives with channels that only had like 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, that told me a lot about this individual, right? And so, I went through a similar situation. I still am going through a situation. About 2 3 months ago, there was so many different narratives and stories that were put out there, right? A lot of it, and like 90 to 95% of it was untrue. And I know how it's easy for people to want to pick up on a story and try to give their understanding of it. But along that path, sometimes, man, a lot of false information could be put out there. You had people saying that I fled to Mexico, or you had people saying I was looking for Gunner, and you had people that even tried to implicate my wife in it and saying that she was the cause of all of it. From that I caught her with a Sancho to all kinds of crazy shit, man, and it wasn't right, man. And I could see when I got out how much that kind of hurt her personally, man, that she was attacked like that. Um, but in any event, what I'm trying to get at with this video is that some of us could have different things going on in our life. I don't know what's going on with Jay Williams. I don't know his situation. I pray for him and his family, and that we have to be a little bit more responsible when these type of situations occur, and not just look at them as something to fucking laugh at. This is a man's life at stake who has family, like what we all do. And a lot of times people try to take advantage of and make fun of the situation. I mean, people were literally putting out stories that didn't come from no police report and didn't even come from no fucking social media or no fucking media. And even the media was a little biased on a lot of things that they put out there, and there was a lot of false information that was put out there. But I seen other channels just create a whole different narrative of what happened and what didn't happen. People were already sentencing me to like 30, 40 years before I even went to court. And so that's what I'm trying to get at is be careful what you put out there. Remember, this man has a family, he has a life, and whatever he's facing, we don't know. You don't know what trials and tribulations he has, and they're talking about he may be looking at some prison time, which means it must be serious enough if that's being put out there. People forget to humanize the situation, and that we are all human, whether whatever's being accused is true or not, whether he's guilty or not guilty, I don't know, right? What I do know is that a lot of people put such expectations that when they hear of something, they're quick to run off and build their own stories off the minimal information that they have. I've seen the stuff that was put out there. I've seen the false narratives. I've seen the misinformation, and I've seen the things that could have been detrimental in my case that people just openly just were willing to speak about, not even thinking. And it is what it is. People are going to do what they're going to do, right? But what I'm trying to get at is, what Jay Williams is currently going through. I get it. I was in that cell not that long ago. I'm saying? I'm still fighting the case. I'm still facing time. So with that, people forget, man, that we all got different trials and tribulations and struggles that we go through every day. And that when you have individuals like Jay Williams, like a whole lot of other channels I could really speak on, man, who out there trying to be of service. They're trying to be impactful. They're trying to help people. That's the one thing that I've seen on YouTube that's unfortunate, right? It seems like always those that try to make the effort to really be genuine and help others are always the first people to get attacked. I never could comprehend that. The ones that try to be real and assist those and extending a hand, for some reason there's always those, and like it's a small percentage, right? But they try to be a huge you know uh, hindrance on a lot of people's progress. Some people move past it, some don't. It's not easy every day having to deal with numerous attacks from people. you know and like I said, it's usually a small portion of people, but their voice is very fucking big because they're repetitive in what they do. you know Now I know you're gonna start seeing people drop videos about maybe this happened, this was going on in his life, and this and that, right? Which I have no objection to people doing. That's their prerogative, but be responsible with it. That's the only thing that I could sit there and tell people, because I went through this shit, man. And the stuff that I heard was fucking ridiculous, man. It made no sense, and it showed me what time it was with a lot of people, man. Because I seen and looked at every comment, every video, and I seen how the beliars were, and people who come and smile on your face and extend that hand that they're supportive, right? But the whole time when they got the chance to sit there and jump on any bandwagon or sit there speak negative or do this and that, it's exactly what they did, man. I'm not just talking about channels. I'm talking about some viewers, some subscribers. There's not too many channels that I watch outside of California. Maybe some from Texas and the surrounding states here, right? But besides Chad Marks, Blood on the Razor Wire, and Jay Williams, those are the only two really that I tapped into. And it was because I could tell that they were authentic, that they were genuine, and that they cared about what they were trying to convey in their message, you know, and that they weren't afraid to show who they were today as individuals, regardless of the criticism, regardless of any of that. They still every day try to put on their shoes, hit that camera, and give you some content that you could appreciate. And Jay Williams is a content creator that I did appreciate. Upon hearing this news, like I said, I instantly started to reflect upon what I went through. You know, having to go to jail and go through the process and the things I experienced and witnessed, and how when you've been away from it, it's a fucking shell shock, basically, man. It's a shocker. Especially with the work that I've been doing, and I'm sure the same for him and others that have, fell victim to certain situations just like ours, right? Um, you're like, damn, how the fuck did this happen, man? And it's hard, you know, because just the same way we get adapted to that life when you get locked up in there, a lot of us started to get adapted to the life out here, having our freedom, being on YouTube, trying to help others, and I was a firm believer, right? No matter what you're going through, the best type of therapy or the best way to recover from anything, man, is continue to try to help others. Anyways, this wasn't a video to highlight or be breaking news. This is what happened. This is what he's locked up for now. Nah, this is a video about Jay Williams and how whatever he's going through, man, we got to keep him in our prayers, man. He has a family just like a lot of us. He has a life just like all of us, and he was out there truly trying to help other people, man. And don't let that be forgotten. Hopefully, he comes out pretty soon. I don't know. I don't know the details, but if anything, the one thing I learned about that man is he could take on whatever's thrown at him. With that said, boy Flacco, Complex Perspective, prayers to Jay Williams.